Lesson 12 of English Idioms for a good conversation and writing skills. Let's begin. Number 1, to goof off. To goof off means to waste time, to be idle. Some of the workers in our office always goofs off when the boss is out. And on Saturday afternoons, I'd like to go to a movie or just goof off at home. Next, to talk back to. To talk back to means to answer in a rude manner, to speak disrespectfully. Billy, if you talk back to me like that once more, you are going to spend the rest of the day in your room. And the school principal had to reprimand the child for talking back to her teacher. Next, to be in means to be popular or fashionable, to be available at one's work or home. Most young people tend to want anything that is in at the time, but a few don't care about current trends. And could you please tell me when Mrs. Zachary will be in? I would like to talk to her soon. Next, to be out. To be out means to be unpopular or no longer in fashion, to be away from one's work or home, to be away from one's work or home. These days, designer jeans are in and long skirts are out. And I am sorry, Mr. Jensen is out at the moment. Could I take a message, please? Next, to draw the line at. To draw the line at means to determine to be unacceptable, to refuse to consider. I don't mind helping him with his homework, but I drew the line at writing a term paper for him. And the conference organizers tried to accommodate the needs of the various interest groups, but they drew the line at extending the conference by 2 days. Next, to get out of line. To get out of line means to disobey or ignore normal procedures or rules, also to step out of line. When a child gets out of line in the teacher's class, she uses the old-fashioned method of making the child sit in the corner of the room. And any employee who steps out of line by coming to work in an unacceptable condition will be fired. Next, dry run. Dry run means rehearsal, practice session. The college president requested a dry run of the graduation ceremony in order to ensure that all aspects went smoothly. And before the manager presented the reorganizational plans to the board of directors, he did several dry runs of the presentations. To play by ear. To play by ear means to play music that one has heard but never read. To proceed without plans, to do spontaneously. The pronoun it is often used with a second definition. The pianist can play most popular music by ear. She never needs to read sheet music. My husband wanted to plan our trip carefully, but I argued that it was more fun if played it by ear, without plans. Next, to be in someone's shoes. To be in someone's shoes. To be in another person's position, to face the same situation as another person. Examples are, if I were in your shoes, I wouldn't take too many classes this semester. And when his boss finds out about that accounting error, I wouldn't want to be in his shoes. To keep after. To keep after means to remind constantly or to nag. Lynn always has to keep after her children about cleaning up their rooms and doing chores around the house. Lon is so forgetful that it's necessary to keep after him about very little things. Every little thing, actually. Next is to fix up. To fix up means to repair or put back in good condition, to arrange a date or an engagement for another person. To repair or put back in good condition, to arrange a date or an engagement for another person. Instead of buying an expensive new home, we decided to buy an older home and fix it up ourselves. Since my visiting friend didn't have a date for dinner, I fixed her up with a make friend of mine. They got along very well together. Next, to be hanged. To be hanged means to be victimized or cheated. To be victimized or cheated. To be had. When the jeweler confirmed that the diamonds that the woman had purchased abroad were really fake, she exclaimed, "I have been had." The angry customer complained about being overcharged at the store, asserting that this was the third time that he had been had. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and share.